Good morning, Reflex family. Today I want to do something different today. I want to say good morning and how are you all doing? The reason why I want to do something different is because the very definition of insanity means that you do the same thing over and over. And guess what, folks? Today, the fraudsters are going to be out in full force because, as you know, a few whales have sold, and my God, they're here to get you. Oh, wait, they're coming after me. All right, folks, it looks like I made it alive, and, well, the fraudsters didn't get to me. They were this close, but I outran them, and that's okay. All right, folks, it's Hey John, I jabber opportunities nonstop, and today is one of those days where you just want to hang your hat on the wall and just put your feet up, turn off the monitors, go stare at a wall, because my God, the fraudsters are out in full effect and they are here to take your money, your pride, and I only have to ask you one question. How are you doing today? Well, I'm doing just fine, not that you care or you asked, but because money isn't everything, and more importantly, I believe in Miles and the team, and that's why I am unfazed in my investment with them. Do not forget, folks, I also invest into EGC, Dogecoin, and all other sorts of things, even Bitcoin, and I have never sold any of them because you know why? I believe in it, and if you believe in something, if you have the conviction, if you did your own research, this is what I mean by fundamental analysis, and none of this should be worrisome to you. If anything, it is what you would call a great dip buying opportunity. Now, I do understand that there are some folks who FOMOed in at the beginning, and, well, that's life, right? Some win, some lose. Easy come, easier go. And as my mama says, no money, no honey. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into Reflex Finance and see what's going on. Okay, folks, here we are looking at the wallet on the Telegram chat. We currently have a backlog of 24.6 trillion Reflex tokens, and currently they have 10.962 BNB ready to distribute. So ladies and gentlemen, this backlog is quite big, and that's okay, folks, because it will be sold over time. Do not be concerned because, as you know, we're seeing selling pressure right now from the bot itself, and the team decided to lower the selling pressure so we do not tank the price. But you have to understand that when a whale sells 2 trillion, 800 billion, well, folks, that is a lot of tokens, and that will sink the price. Now, I want to explain to you guys and gals what happened. Well, okay. So, essentially, the team, they monitor certain wallets because they do a ton of small transactions. Say they do 0 cents per transaction, which means you possibly buy 1 or 2 Reflex or something like that. And these bots, when they increase and they quote unquote ramp up their production in terms of transactions, well, you're going to see the price increase steadily. And then the team, they have something in place, some kind of alarm to tell them, hey guys, watch out, folks. This is what they mean by a coordinated attack. With that being said, once the team was aware of this, they decided to turn off some of the safety measures, and they did that in order to protect, guess what? The investors, such as you and I. And the reason why they decided to turn off certain measures is because if they did not, the selling pressure would push the price even lower. And the most important thing here is that this buying the dip opportunity, it was not the buy back and burn future. This was a people. Yes, the people such as you and I, we actually bought the dip. Unfortunately, I did not get to buy the dip. I was ready to buy the dip, and when I finally was ready, it was back to where it started, and I was like, what in the actual mother... Well, anyway, so I missed out on a great opportunity because I was making YouTube videos for you guys, and, well, that's okay. That's life, right? You get some opportunities, and you miss some opportunities. So with that being said, I say there is still nothing to fear. And the fact that we're seeing the resilience of the Reflex Legions come in to bite a big dip. And do not forget, that whale got wrecked because they were thinking they could do some messed up things to the Reflex Legions, but they forget we are a very prominent and a very, very aware crowd. So when they sold their 2 trillion, they instantly bought back at 1.3 trillion. So this person lost literally about 600 billion tokens in a matter of 5 minutes because they were just trying to be an typical a-hole. So with that being said, I want to thank the team for their vigilance and them being aware of what's going on. So they have very talented devs as well because they were aware of these situations. And of course, do not forget there's also the other tokens being hacked, such as EverGrow, etc., etc. So how does this work, folks? Essentially, the routing tool, which is kind of what you use for PancakeSwap, they have built-in safety measures. Think of it as your typical fire alarm at home. When you detect smoke, it goes loud and beeps crazy, and it probably sends some kind of message to the people who use this router in the back end, and they were aware of it. And the Reflex team, they were able to act swiftly to avoid getting spoofed and to avoid, guess what, getting our tokens hacked. So I would say this is a very big W, a win in our book, because it could have been a lot worse. And you're thinking, well, it could have been better. Well, you know what? It could have been a lot worse. And we saw certain liquidity pools literally get drained in a moment's notice. And I suspect those contracts that were affected in that manner, they may not see the light of next day. So count your blessings that we're still here, and count your blessings that the Reflex team were very vigilant and they were able to react in a very professional and expeditious manner. All right, folks, here we are on the Reflex finance chart, and I'm looking at, again, a 15-minute perspective. We can see we're currently at $18 million market cap, and we can see where the supports are: 4462, 3861, and 2749. And currently we are testing 2749 as I zoom in for you guys. You can see right now we're literally hugging the 2749 support line. So if you were thinking of getting into Reflex token, well, I would say this is an ideal time, because if this support breaks, and I do not want it to break, if it breaks, that means all hell will break loose. In a sense, and from a chart perspective, that we have literally no supports. But if you zoom out though, you can see we've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now. All right, 6 times we've tested the support and we bounced off it every single time. And you can see here at literally at around 1 p.m. on February 7, 2022, we saw a flash crash, and then we saw a flash bounce following it almost instantly. So again, this is what I mean by the Reflex Legion, by being very aware and having their pocketbook ready to throw at a moment's notice when they see a fantastic deal. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you guys one thing and one thing only. We are all going to make it. Do your own research and everything will be fine, because the Reflex team is doing a phenomenal job and their marketing will be at work very soon. So expect a spike. And if we see a spike, then, well, folks, get ready to collect those BUSDs, because they're coming, folks. They really are. And I have to say, the Reflex team, their marketing is on point. I haven't seen any token with as good marketing as they do in terms of their promotional materials, all of their promotions. I mean, folks, if you see what I'm seeing here, you should be bullish on this token, because they know what they're doing. We're going to see an amazing, all-inclusive, all-in-one, guaranteed rug pull, PancakeSwap, pink cell combined into one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very big deal, and if you're not pumped about it, I don't know what will pump you. The best way for you guys to support the channel is by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Get $250 in Bitcoin using my BlockFi.com/HeyJohn, link down below in the description. Get 2 free stocks courtesy of WEBULL. Get $25 in Crow, Crypto.com, everything down below. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one.